this. Suddenly I'm bright and breezy.
Richard, let's start out easy. Should Puerto Rico be a state? Do you think Fred is stupid?
Gary!
Get back over here. Come here. What about marijuana? Should it be legal?
First, let me say this.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Why is that offensive? I don't understand.
6 years.
I never understand why you're angry with me.
I'm not angry. I love you, Howard.
I love you.
There's very few people that I'm in love with, and you're one of them.
Is that true?
And I've known you for 1/3 of my life. And you've always allowed me to come on and talk about things that were very important to me.
I adore you.
And now I feel like I'm like it's the crucible, you know.
No,
and it's just I know
true.
it's true. And I wanted to come and tell you about my PE fit kids.
Are you checking your notes?
No, I just
you're in the middle of crying and you're checking your notes.
No, but I just but this is important to me. You have some causes in your life that are important.
Not really.
What is this music?
It's because you're pouring your heart out. All right. You really won't answer my questions? You won't even answer if you're for or against abortion? And I want to find out when you went into... When you told your mother you wanted to go into the priesthood, did she say, Richard, that's not for you? You have so much personality, you have so much to give. I feel that's not the right decision.
She said anything I wanted to do to help people, because that's all I care about. And you know that.
So then why did you leave the idea of going to the priesthood? When did that happen?
Because I thought maybe I could do some other things to help people.
And what was that? You must have been lost as a young man. You had trouble with your weight. You had all kinds of problems. Did you?
I think I have to take a break.
You want to take a break? What's going on?
It's like a courtroom. No, it's just that...
What happened?
Won't let me talk about the things that are important.
All right, go ahead, talk. I wanted to know about your life as a young man.
Can I have a Kleenex, please?
Okay, right here.
Thank you.
Here, honey. Are you good friends with Chaz? Because you were on Dancing with the Stars. That's where I live.
He's very nice.
He was on here, you know. We had a wonderful conversation.
He thought it was fine.
I love him.
I think I was a little too loud for him.
You came on strong. You came on strong. That's your style. That's fine for showbiz. I'm trying to get to know the real Richard Simmons.
Can I talk about my PE bill for schools?
Would you answer one question? Are you lonely?
No.
When you go home at night, are you just like, oh?
I'm exhausted because I call 30, 40 people a day. I travel and teach. I just came back from a bunch of cities teaching.
I guess what I was asking is anyone there for you?
My wonderful housekeeper, Teresa, who's been with me 24 years.
Yeah, but that's someone you pay. Is there anyone there who cares about you?
No, she cares about me.
Really?
She loves me very much.
Well, as long as you pay her. You know what I mean?
That's not true,
Howard, stop.
No, I'm saying, is there someone who you don't...
She's the greatest lady, and I love her very much. And she's been with me all these years.
This is Teresa, your housekeeper? All right, okay. I feel I've offended you, and I don't mean to. I'm dying to interview you. I want to know everything you're up to.
Well,
Tell me about the organization you're involved with, please. All right.
Oh, dear.
What the fuck
Why does this always go this way?
Richard, what happened? What did I do? I upset you every time. And you know what I said to Gary? I said, when Richard comes in, he's going to be shocked. I'm going to give him a serious interview. I really want to find out about how he's been in his life. You want to sit on my lap? Come over here. No, forget that's a bad idea. Richard, I just worry about you. I've never gotten to know the real you, and I was attempting to get to know the real you. If I've offended you in any way, I apologize. But tell me about what you're up to, please. Please. Everybody pay attention, please.
For 6 years, I've been trying to get PE back in the school system.
Right. Which, by the way, I always thought there was physical education in the school system.
No, that's one of the first things along with music programs to go.
It is very important. These kids sit in a classroom all day, and they really don't have any physical fitness.
First of all, a lot of schools don't even have recess, Howard. That's been taken away.
And by the way, I hated phys ed because the teachers were so mean, and they really weren't educators. They were just like, hey, do push-ups, do sit-ups. They were fucking dicks, if I may call them
that. Was where a lot of bullying happened.
Yeah. You know, my physical education teacher in 2nd grade made us stand at attention because some kid was bad, and 2 of the kids passed out, stand stiff, and if you move the muscle. So, what happened now? Why are you upset? About what happened?
Nothing. Anyway, I went to Congress, and I had a congressional hearing, and I told them why PE was very important. And it's been 6 years now, and really nothing has been done.
That's right.
They've taken my Fit Kids bill, and they put it in the new education bill that the president has not okayed yet.
Why do you think that is?
Because his plate's very full right now.
Right.
And there's so many other things, unemployment and the whole crisis in America and people not working and people being very depressed and then getting sick over it. You know, some people lose their job and they get sick.
Right.
Physically
Absolutely. Stress is a big factor in illness.
So I was just going to ask all of your millions of listeners
Go ahead.
to go to richardsimmons.com, and there's a little square there, and you can just send a little email to your congressman saying how important it is for our children to work out and to have PE in the school system.
P?
PE, yeah.
There's 40% of schools have nothing. Some schools just have 15 minutes 3 days a week.
Yeah, it's too little.
And you know they're not getting it at home because both their parents work. So I'm just asking.
Why is phys ed? Why are the teachers so poorly trained? Like, I know when you go, if you're an overweight person and I go to your workout studio,
Yeah.
you're really good at motivating people and understanding. Like, you got to bring along somebody slowly. Why are these phys ed teachers? And I'm not saying all. There's so many.
No,
good ones,
I think you're sort of cubby holding them. There's a lot. NASB, all these organizations for people who teach physical activity, they want to now bring in toning, cardio,
Yeah.
stretching, the things
You
that we
feel
all
that
need.
they're higher, their level of education is higher now, and they're a little more enlightened.
Yes.
Okay.
And they're very trained to go in and teach. I love to teach at schools. Last year I taught at 25 schools, elementary, high school, and college. I just taught at Ohio State University and Pepperdine. And this year I'll do 15 more colleges.
The amount you work, and this is a little bit change of a topic, but nevertheless, I read that your net worth was $15 million, and that seemed low to me because you've been working very hard, you've been very famous, you've had many successful ventures. Deal a Meal, I'm thinking about, you do a lot of, this stuff is sold on QVC, all this. Is it true you're worth $15 million? Is that something you're comfortable talking about?
I never talk about money because it's really not that important to me.
But is that your net worth? Is that somewhere in that ballpark, or are we low? Honestly.
Robin, help me.
You don't have to answer
See,
any questions
I would never ask you
that
that.
you don't
Why?
want to.
Because
I don't know if that offends you. I have to
I'm not
ask you.
interested in how much money you make. I'm only interested in you as the loving,
Yeah, but I'm interested.
kind human
People are
being that I
interested.
care for.
Yeah, I feel like you have an empire that like $15 million is a small chunk of it. Cayman Islands, it's all there. It's all okay. Good. Okay, that's what I thought.
right next to Romney, right there, the next post office
Let's
box.
go back to Puerto Rico. Should it be a state?
Anyway, I'd like to give a plug
All right, go
for a
ahead.
fabulous new a restaurant here in New York.
Go ahead. I love a
And
good
I am
restaurant.
so excited to talk about this. And if it was opened earlier, I would have come here.
Why do you like it? Because it's low fat, kind of a healthy
The
restaurant.
name of the restaurant is Parm, P-A-R-M.
Okay.
It's in Soho, that area.